Hey guys, welcome to this week's video, or if you're new here, hi, I'm Carly. I'm a YouTuber, lifestyle blogger, and high school teacher, and today I'm going to talk about the 10 books that changed my life. No joke, actually changed my life. So get ready to make 2019 a year of reading, because these are pretty awesome. Let's get into the first book. All right, so number one is Cupcakes and Cashmere by Emily Schumann. Now, I wouldn't necessarily say that this is like a fantastic read or anything. It's really sort of like a fun coffee table book with some cool pictures. And the reason why it changed my life is because it was the first book that was kind of blogging related. And even though she doesn't necessarily talk about blogging, Cupcakes and Cashmere was actually the first blog that I even started looking at or investigating. And from then, the love of blogging blossomed in my life. And 2 years later, I've now been writing my own blog. And I'm just really proud of my work that I put into that. But it probably wouldn't have started without this book. So it really sparked the blogging journey for me. If you're interested in blogging, I definitely check out her website. Maybe check out the book for a bit of sort of fun inspo as well. All right, book number two, kind of still on that blogging theme, is Big Magic by Elizabeth Gilbert. I did read Eat, Pray, Love, also by Elizabeth Gilbert, and I probably liked like about 3/4 of the book and then got over it, but this one I feel was really, truly some big magic happening there. It's sort of all about sparking creativity. What is creativity? Where does it come from? And for someone who thought that they did not have an ounce of creativity in them, this really opened my eyes up to how we're all creative beings and the different ways that we can cultivate in that in our lives. So if you're looking to sort of go on a bit of a creative journey in 2019, then this is definitely the book for you. Book number three, and we're taking a little bit of a detour away from the blogging and creativity aspect of things, and it is The Life-Changing Magic of Not Giving an F by Sarah Knight. Honestly, I probably need to read this a billion times because I just give too many. And I give them about stupid things sometimes, and I really need to hone in my F budget so that I can just care about the things that are really meaningful in my life. And if you're in that similar ballpark as me, perfectionist, stress head, really just need to hone in on your priorities, your responsibilities, and give less Fs, then I definitely recommend this. It's an easy read, it's funny, and it's just sort of like kick up the bum that we all need to get our lives together, to be honest. All right, book number four, very different realm of things as well. It is Skinny Bitch, Home Beauty and Style, a no-nonsense guide to cutting the crap out of your life for a better body and a kinder world. And it's by Kim Barnuen. I think that's how you pronounce her name. This was pretty much like my holy grail on all things natural living. This gave me so much insight into all the chemicals that are not only in our food, our beauty products, but just in our house in general. And honestly, once you read this, you cannot unknow this stuff, and it will literally just change your whole perspective on living, make you want to live a more sustainable, natural lifestyle, because some of the stuff that you find out from this book is truly shocking, but definitely worth the read, and super just radically changed my life and my whole perspective on the world. So book number five, I don't have anymore. I actually ended up giving it away because I thought that I didn't need it anymore, but probably I think you can always go back to this one, and it is He Is Just Not That Into You. A fair few years back, I went through a pretty crappy breakup, and subsequently finding myself during a 2-year period. And that book, and also it's called A Breakup Because It's Broken by the same author, I think it's Greg Brent or something of that description, really just brought me back to reality, gave me that reality check that I needed. Also was quite comforting as well during that, you know, time of need. And I think that it's definitely something, if you're going through a similar situation or a hard time in terms of relationships, those two books are definitely worth the read. So book number 6 is I Quit Sugar by Sarah Wilson, and it includes her 8-week I Quit Sugar program, as well as a whole heap of delicious sort of sugar-free recipes at the back. And I also have the second I Quit Sugar book and the Simplicious book, also by Sarah Wilson. Really, this just enlightened me as to sort of how much sugar I consume, how much sugar I should be consuming. And I did do the 8-week program a couple of years back. It was really strenuous, and I haven't maintained a sugar-free diet to that extent since then. However, it really did change my perspective on the foods that I eat. Book number 7 is Whole Beauty by Shiva Rose. It's a little bit more of like a hippie, sort of spiritual type book. And the reason why it makes my list is because it opens sort of up the doors for me to read a whole heap of different books. So it's really inspiring me to start investigating crystals and sort of natural practices and yoga. And even though that's not necessarily my type of spirituality, I do find it really interesting. And another thing that I like about this book is that it includes a whole heap of DIY natural rituals and recipes for beauty, which I think is really cool. Now we are up to book number 8, and it is A Year of Less by Kate Flanders. And while I don't think this book is exceptionally written well, I do like that it is practical. I think it's inspiring and just encourages like everyday people to start living, I guess, their best lives and changing their lives. So she is sort of a recovering alcoholic, and is starting a minimalist lifestyle and changing her relationship with food. So really it's kind of just like a life-changing, get your shit together type book, and that's the thing that I like about it. And it's also sort of encouraged me to think about minimalism more, how I can incorporate that into my life. And I'm actually thinking about February starting a no-buy month, and maybe seeing if I can transfer that out into like 6 months or a year, just to save money and just be more consumer conscious. All right, we got 2 books left, 2 very interesting books. Book number 9 is Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. And you might be thinking, why the heck is that on your top 10 list? And this is because this is the book that sparked a love of reading for me. I even still remember back in year 5, Mr. A reading it out to the class, and I just fell in love. I fell in love with the Hogwarts world, with the characters. And from then, I just wanted to gobble up all the other Harry Potter books and just like sparked like investigating of all these different books that I like. And being a teacher, I always hear, I don't like reading. I haven't found any good books and I can't read. You just need to find that book that sparks something within you and excites you. And for me, this started the journey. All right. Last but not least, and this is going to sound very cheesy and corny, but it is the Bible. Honestly, I cannot tell you how much this book has changed my life, changed my perspective on myself, others, the world. I go to it in dark times, times of need, times when I need comforting. I can always find some wisdom in this book. And maybe this book is not for everybody, but I do think that there is a book out there for everyone that will just provide insight, inspiration, creativity, and just sort of empower and motivate you. And for me, this is certainly one of them.